Let's take a look at the Casanova Cave Kit. The Casanova Cave Kit is inspired by Oasis Springs resident and The Sims 4's iconic sleazeball, Don Lothario. The general theme for this kit is the ultimate man cave, and there's a giant projector, a bar, a games table, and some sports memorabilia. This and Secret Sanctuary are the first two kits to combine Creator Sim and Build Mode, and I'll give you my thoughts on that a little bit later, but let's check it out. Okay, so for the Casanova Cave Kit, I think it's only fair that we go to the Caliente home. This is the first time I'm seeing it since the revamp. So if you don't remember what the Caliente house looked like, here is what it looked like before the revamp, and here is what it looks like now. Let's have a quick look at the floor plan before we decide where to build our man cave. One thing that a friend of mine, Jack of All Games, pointed out is that in this current setup, there is no place for Don to sleep, which I'm sure is an intentional decision, that it sort of forces you into a bit of a romance storyline to try to find a place to sleep, otherwise you're on the sofa. I like the raised pool here as well. I mean, they've done a really good job with this build. Okay, so let's have a quick look at the items. The Secret Sanctuary kit had a similar amount of items. What is this? 3, 6, 9, 12. It has, I think, one more item. We're going to see what we can do with just these items before we start to add in other kits. One thing I want to clarify is that I'm not expecting one of everything to come with a kit. I'm not expecting, like, you know, some stairs and a ladder and a kitchen set and a set of windows, but I am expecting pretty much everything to decorate the room that they're advertising. In this case, they're talking about a man cave, so I'm thinking about, like, what are the essentials for a man cave? Look, I know it's not ideal, but I think we're just going to go for a ladder. And then for lighting, we'll just go this chandelier for now. So let's begin. This is, I think, the big ticket item that comes with this kit. And just for your context, this is the first time I'm seeing any of these objects, as you can probably tell. Okay. So I actually do need more space. It's a really cool object. Right away, I'm pretty impressed. This is supposed to be a projector screen where you have one of those projectors that you can have very close to the wall and it will splay up. I'm also seeing some places here to display decorative objects. So that does look quite nice as an object. I'm just going to check out some other swatches and see how it looks. Pretty sleek. And then this with like the marble tone that actually matches the marble in the kitchen up here, which is a nice touch. Oh, this here with the green stone. What that immediately makes me think of is the kitchen set that came with Life and Death. That may be what I go for. I'll see if I can find a paint swatch that works a bit better with it. What I immediately think of when I think of like a man cave is like wood paneling. This one from For Rent actually works pretty well with the shapes of this cabinet here. And I think that the floorboards from For Rent also look quite nice with this set. All right, well, that's a start. So now let's go back to the items from the Casanova Cave. Another big item is this media cabinet with like the record player and all the records. That is a cool object. I actually really like that. It's still mid-century, but it's not looking too like retro, if you get what I mean. High stakes card table. I might actually keep the one with the cards on it just so it can capture more of that sort of like lazy vibe. Okay, this couch is actually quite nice. It looks comfy. One with some like duct tape to seal up some scratches. I mean, I like that, but I think I might keep that one. Now they do have a bar. I actually think that's quite an essential item for this sort of man cave kit. And I'm just seeing here, call me crazy, but I think I might extend this out to the pool, and then I can get some like plate glass windows. I mean, that's pretty cool. It does make me a little bit worried if he's known as like a sleazy character and now he has like direct access to viewing the pool, but we just won't think about that too much. I always feel like builds feel slightly more complete when you paint the outside of the basement as well. The Zenith glass coffee table. Maybe we can put the picture frame. Yes, here makes way more sense. And then I can probably grab, maybe this will have different swatches with different, yeah. I love it. That's what we all do, right? We just have pictures of ourselves around our house. Okay, and then maybe I put the games table over here now. And we'll put the SimQ magazine. Let's have a look at some of these swatches too. I mean, maybe that one looks like a men's health magazine. No, we'll go with that one just because it matches our colors a bit more. Let's see how much more we can decorate before we have to crack open some other packs. So the minibar fridge, I'm actually put down here as if it's like quick access to juice while you're watching TV. I don't like it in that swatch though. Honestly, maybe that one looks a little bit more daggy. We can even put like a different magazine on top of it just to make it look a little more lived in. Got these framed jerseys, like a bit of like football memorabilia. Yeah, maybe we have the basketball over here. All right, we're quickly running out of items. Is that everything? So this is the same problem I had with the Secret Sanctuary. The objects are all really nice, but there's not enough to complete the room that it advertises. So just here, like what do we actually need to finish this room? Obviously the lighting and stuff, but you know, there's so much base game lighting that you can sort of get away with that. And we also do have a lot of bar stools. Let's just go to base game and see what we could choose if we only had base game. Is there anything here that really matches this vibe? I mean, maybe that would work okay. This is definitely the one that I think matches the best from Life and Death. Like when I put this down, I was like, oh, Life and Death. So there are things that complement it. When I did my review of Life and Death, which you can watch just over there, I'll link it in the description as well. It felt strange to me that for the modern Grimpression set, there wasn't a bar to match, nor was there a bar stool to match the more traditional bars that they had. And now I'm seeing this, which works so perfectly. It almost makes me think, was this the modern Grimpression's bar? Like, am I just being a conspiracy theorist? I've also just decided I'm going to use this sort of messy stained version as well. I feel like this is also another item that would perfectly match this kit, like some bottles of spirits. Like, they look perfect. Maybe just like a bottle of nectar from the bistro kit as well. And even this sort of thing, like a bar back, I think would work really well. And I mean, there's definitely room in the game for more bar backs. Like, it's not like we are swimming in them. Maybe that one works better. I wish I could change the color. I feel like a rug would really help complete this room. Maybe it's a bit too matchy-matchy with the swatches, but I'm just gonna leave it because I still like it. Yeah, and again, the Life and Death one works really well with it. Let me know in the comments, am I expecting too much to have like the complete room function within a kit and not just some core items? Like if there's a bar, should there be bar stools? If there's a gaming table, should there be chairs to use at that gaming table? Or am I expecting too much? I really don't know. I just realized that I forgot these posters and I actually love them. This is exactly the kind of vibe that I wanted from this pack. These sort of remind me of those Cinzano, Aperol, Campari sort of posters, those like vintage spirits posters, but they're also like car, map. This one looks like a video game controller. This is actually a really nice object, and I think it matches the essence of the sort of man cave aesthetic. When I think about the ultimate man cave, like of course you have the sports and alcoholic component to it. I think the ultimate object that would have been incredible for this kind of kit is like a pool table. It seems like, I know that, there are so many animations that would be involved in an object like that, but if this included the projector wall and a pool table, I would say it'd be one of the best kits ever. Alright, so there's the overview of the build mode, and here are just some clips of the finished room.
Oh, okay.
And Bobby Narble. Maribi, Dum Saber Hunter, Olibar, Zamonis Era.
So now we're going to check out the creator sim options. So here's Don Lothario ready for his makeover. All of the items that come with this kit are for masculine frame sims. And you can see here we've got a blazer and a shirt, a leather jacket over a partially tucked in shirt, a tucked in button up, a sleeveless hoodie, and this vest and button up with a t-shirt underneath. That's probably my least favorite out of all of the items here. For bottoms, we have these pants here, which have a nice bit of texture to them, as well as these shorts for an athletic option, and these slightly more casual pants with the belt.
Ooh.
The full-bodied option is a dressing gown with boxers, which is actually probably my favorite out of all of the options here. For shoes, we have these classic sneakers, as well as these lace-ups. And then for accessories, we've got this watch and bracelets on his left-hand side. We have these thick-rimmed glasses and then this really nice chain as well. So now we'll take a look at some combinations of these items. Here's this silky dressing gown, the blazer and button-up with the pants. Here's the tucked-in button-up with the open chest and these other pants. Here's a leather jacket, another swatch of those pants, and then the sneakers that come with the pack. Here's an athletic look with the armless hoodie, the shorts, and then the sneakers. And here's another look using the vest button up with the undershirt. Alright, so now for my review. Starting with the positives, there are some really nice high quality items, especially the projector, wall units, or the games table. For these items, the swatches work really well with either base game items or other packs like Life and Death, and I especially like that the stone material they used matches the Caliente home. There are also some really nice decorative or clutter objects, like the stack of magazines or the posters. As for negatives or things that could use improvement, the inclusion of Creator Sim items I think actually reduced the total sum of buy mode items, and if I could choose to either have more buy mode options for the same price or have no Creator Sim items and have a cheaper kit, I would definitely be choosing either of those rather than what we've got. While there are some nice decorations that definitely fit the theme of the man cave, I feel like there could definitely be more. I'd love to see some spirits bottles, some nectar bottles, or some juice bottles. And I feel like there was room for some funny clutter items. I'd love just like a big remote control, or maybe even like a pile of boxes to put on the floor. Just something that added a little bit more spice. But what I was really missing were just some functional items, especially some bar stools that matched either the swatches of the couch or the swatch and style of the bar. And I also would have really liked an armchair or a dining chair as well. I also think the kit could have benefited for some more items that really sold the idea of the ultimate man cave, like a recliner chair or a pool table. But I do understand that at that point it may be moving beyond the scope of a kit and getting into more stuff pack territory. Now to answer the question, is it worth it? Firstly, I don't dislike the kit. I think there are some really nice additions, and I can see myself getting use out of quite a few of them. I really like the couch and the bar, but the big sellers to me, the game table, it's great having a luxurious style game table, and the projector and the built-in units I can see myself using quite a lot when I'm trying to sell this, amazing AV room setup. I also feel like the clutter and decorations are quite versatile, I especially like the posters, and I can see myself throwing those magazine piles around quite a bit as well. However, would I buy it again? Probably not. I feel like I could create a similar style room to the one we made today with the items that already exist in the game. Yeah, the projector is a great item, but I could swap that out with just one of those giant televisions from City Living. I don't feel like there's anything essential from this kit. However, are there some nice items? Absolutely. And am I glad that I have some of them in the game? Yeah, sure. I will use them again for sure. So there we have it, my overview of the Casanova Cave kit. If you like it or have different opinions, sound off in the comments. Also, please hit that subscribe button and maybe the like button if you like what you see. I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll see you in the next one. Bisous.